you have like few words to say about this group to our audience.
And yeah, I'm excited for this group. It's kind of unfortunate that we have 3 high-level Terrans in the same group, and sadly two of them, or well, not especially the 2 Terrans, but
Probably.
actually I really like this group so bad. Like Bakuryu, Mustachios are so good.
Yeah.
And also I have 3 teammates in this group, so yeah, it's gonna be a hard group.
Yeah, it is probably one of the best like groups, highest level groups, and it's really hard to predict who will leave this group because, of course, the hardest job is for Mr. Bakuryu, but on the other hand, he had to prepare only for ZVT. But it's hard to prepare against Terrans on this level, right?
Yeah, because he only has to prepare against Terran, but what Terrans?
Yeah, it's not my Terran. It's like the best Terrans currently on the scene, so it's
Yeah,
really
it's like
something.
if you're telling to some Koreans there that you have to prepare for Flash, Fantasy, and Light.
Yeah, it's only ZVT, boys. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, I think I should. Okay, so I think my alt tab is not working how it should be. So I should restart my StarCraft. 1 second. So the players today will be. Oh, I will send it to you, Mr. Aeon. I will send you the profiles which Mr. Foxhan made, as always, beautifully.
Okay.
So you will be able to look at them. Okay.
SPX. I'm so noob with Discord. How am I supposed to hide your? Oh, it's worse now. This is perfect. This the black screen that I shows my camera. How am I supposed to hide it?
Okay, it should be better now. So I will make a game, and we can go directly. Marwin versus Cryoc.
Okay.
My computer is having hard time to.
It's probably because the video call.
I think so. So
let's switch to not video call.
You don't want to show your beautiful face to our audience?
No, it's probably because it's lagging your stream. I think it's
yeah,
that.
it might be the case. Okay.
It must feel much better now.
Let's see. Okay, so oh.
Okay. Is the game hosted?
Yeah, the game is Q55 and the players are there, so you can join and we will be able to stream. I hope, guys, you can make Aeon louder. Yes, sir, Mr. Hatchet. Okay, it should be better now. Can you tell something?
I'm ready. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Tell your wife you are ready. We are ready.
You should do it. The maps will be Sulfite, Aztec, and the Blue Storm. So it tells me nothing in case of TVT, but this is what the maps will be.
I actually remember a game of it was C versus Sharp, and I think it was ASL. ASL group stages. Yeah, I think it's very easy to actually to cut the map in half and just establish your position, but then it's very hard to control the draw chips.
Huh. Okay, are you ready to go directly to the game? Because I can't wait. Marwin versus Cryoc. It will be Ukraine/Sweden, right? Because now Marwin is living in Sweden against Germany.
Let's go.
Let's go directly to the game. Number 1 today. Nice to see you all here, and let's go.
Han and Hatchet.
Oh, Mr. Vima donated $20 for Han and Hatchet. That's really appreciated. Without these boys, PSL wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks.
So, TVT, Mr. Aaron, will we be able to do it?
Yeah, let's introduce the players.
So, spawning on the 12 o'clock as a purple Terran is our German Terran, Cryoc.
And in the bottom right, we do have Marwin, Ukrainian Terran. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's the second best Ukrainian Terran after the Starleauge.
In history, do you mean, right?
Yeah, because right now I think he's the number 1.
Yeah, and I remember playing against him. Is very hard. Of course, my ZVT is not the highest levels of ZVT, but it was always hard to keep up on his macro. His macro looks to be very good, and he have very good dropship control. At least against me, it worked perfectly for him.
Yeah, he has very good mechanics. Probably subpar to a Siki.
So it will be very interesting because Cryoc TVT is also very impressive, right? He can play TVT.
Yeah, he's able to match against the best Terrans. And man, it looks like they really prepared this map, or this is just Terran intuition that you have to make the barrack in like that position to make one marine and leave it and go straight for the scout.
Yeah, and both of them will probably scout correctly. I mean, look, it looks like Marwin will scout correctly for 100%. I don't know what about Cryoc, because he can choose to which direction he will fly with his barracks, but it will give him opportunity to scout his... It will give to both of them opportunity to scout themselves, so it's good job by them.
Fast scout by Cryo.
Yeah. I mean, it was the same timing of scouting, but he was able to find Marwin quicker, so he will fly with the barracks correctly.
Yeah, and both players, I think they are playing all way a minute. I see Cryo is still mining gas, so maybe it's a factory into a starport, or maybe if we wanna be crazy, process factory, but I don't think. Because as you see, my Marwin is only mining with 1 SCP, so it means that it's making factory into expansion.
Yeah.
But Cryo has something prepared here.
Yeah, but now he's also mining with only 1 SCV. So... Oh yeah, second factory, so it's not normal, right? Fast expansion is meta in TVT or not?
Oh, second factory. Yeah, by factory into CC is meta, as you say. Barrack into CC is also meta, but it's a bit different gameplay.
So, in theory, Marwin will have better economy, will have like better production possibilities in longer game, but he needs to hold against 2-factor macro.
Man, this is a very fast armory, so I guess we are going to see some Goliath timing.
Yeah, it may be, and if Marwin will decide to go with a lot of vultures, Goliaths are a very good counter to that.
Yeah, because especially when you're playing this style, this is what you're supposed to do. Make factories and many vultures with mines, control the map, but still. This is very interesting, honestly. As you see, he's not making machine chop or anything. So this is 4 vultures into Goliath.
Yeah, but it will be scouted soon. So with this barracks, he also will be able to kill this barracks with the Goliaths relatively easily.
Oh, he's not scouting.
So now 4 vultures and 2 marines against 2 vultures and 1 marine. There might be 1 tank on time, but will it be?
Oh, this is an CB to repair the vultures, but it's.
Oh my god, he's doing it. Wow. He did it. Marwin so good. So this is the tutorial how to win with 2 vultures against 4 vultures. You only need to have few SCVs.
Okay, but if Marvin is not making tanks and he's making just vulture speed or mines, I think he's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, definitely, you're right, because now the Goliaths will have easy time against these vultures. Of course, I don't know how good repair is.
So good, this barrack blocking the CC for Cryo.
Oh yeah, that's a good manner / bad manner barrack.
An attack is coming.
Yeah, 6 vultures and the Goliaths are tanking so much damage. And the vultures here are damage dealers. Somehow... Oh, the Goliaths are so hurt, but... Oh, look at the supplies. Cryoc already have 20 supply advantage. That's really good for him.
Oh my god, I think the terrain is broken. There is not other explanation, I think. Yeah, because, wow, what a nice opening by Cryo. He really predicted the move by the Terran, and he predicted Marvin will play vultures with some grace. Do you see, he made vulture speed.
Yeah, and this barrack already scouted the Goliaths, so...
He even killed the CC.
Yeah, and now it's huge for Cryoc. He already have his CC halfway done, and he will kill the barracks of Marwin.
Watching from our perspective, or server perspective, it looks like Cryo doesn't even need to commit to attack anymore. Like, he's fine.
Yeah, he can go home and like saturate his base, and he's in very good position. But maybe he's going for a kill.
Oh, Marvin overstanding a bit, I guess.
Oh, this mine! Oh, this mine! Oh my godness, that was.
Whoa!
Oh, and the game is even now. No, it's not, but it's better than it was 30 seconds ago.
Well, it is 3 factories against 2 factories and probably no siege tank upgrade.
Huh, but it was a big mistake from Cryoc. I don't know, maybe he was paying attention on this command center because he lost, like, it was pretty big advantage he had. Of course, he still have pretty big advantage, but supplies now are dead even.
Yeah. The only difference is obviously the CC for Cryo and second refinery. Well, Cryo has 2 siege tanks actually. So if the siege tank is done, I think there is no troubles for him.
Yeah, he should be fine, but there will be 6 vultures and 2 siege tanks against 2 tanks, 2 Goliaths and 2 vultures. So yeah, it should be fine for Cryo because he will have SCVs to support this battle.
Well, actually, he's a bit too close to the CC.
Siege mode is here. Oh, and the Goliaths will die. No.
There is no siege for Cryo?
Yeah, it looks like there is no siege, and he's not researching anything, so he spent all the gas he had on 2 more factories.
Maybe he wants to go for it. I don't think. Oh my god, he's starting in. Okay.
Oh, that's a little bit too late. And
that's too bad.
So we will have 25 minutes game at least. So both of them will have 4 expansions each. Oh, now these tanks will have no support, and vultures, 1 vulture can kill them all.
Yeah. the good for Cryo, the good, obviously, is that no, there are no more units coming.
But this micro from Marwin, he's dealing a lot of damage to Cryoc economy.
You know, there are like only 12 SCV mining. Oh, there are some in the gas. Okay.
But now 4 factories macro, he should be able to saturate 4 factories with 1 mining base, right?
Yeah. Wow, that time was in range of the. I mean, obviously yes, but I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I think the CC gave him vision. Oh, tanks killing mines, it's so funny.
Man, this game is started so crazy. Now it's
If
Wait,
we
I
will
mean,
have TVTs like...
Marvin,
Yeah?
yeah, Marvin is making a barrack, so he loses.
Yeah, he wants to add more factories. Oh, now he wants to put some mine. It will not work. Cryoc is too good for that.
Oh, I think maybe Marvin overcommitted.
Yeah, I think he did. Oh, there is... No, there is only 1 tank, right?
There was one under the barrack, but I think it was.
Yeah, because I heard 2 shots and I didn't know where they came from. Oh, this one hero tank in the middle.
Also, Marvin is making more. I don't see a starport anywhere.
Yeah, the game stabilizes.
It's pretty close. It's like there is so much action and it's pretty close.
Yeah, if we have TVTs like this till the end of the day, it will be pleasure to cast them.
Because you have TVTs very sleepy and yeah.
Oh! The mine was so huge! He damaged 4 tanks so badly. And now poor Cryoc needs to heal them all.
That repair will cost like maybe 1 or 2 siege tanks, right?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
might
know.
be. I don't know the exact time, like how much money do you spend for 1 second repairing by 1 SCV, but it should cost some gas and some money. So yeah, this mine was, this vulture which put this mine was very cost efficient unit.
Yeah, I'm Cryo making a starport instead of more factories, and I guess Marvin, well, Marvin Eco is really busted. It's really like it's paying off. Like, look at this, it's making a tier ZZZero, or at least going for it.
Yeah, but like he have around 15 SCVs in the main base and like 11 in the natural, where it looks like Marvin economy is a little bit better than his.
Oh man, I was gonna say, oh, it's so good that he is going to PP because maybe we will have time to comment something. But then it was like the fastest PP ever.
Yeah, it was the fastest toilet in the world.
Why is always about toilet?
Quick time toilet break.
Okay, so Marvin controlling the map.
Welcome,
But
Mr.
Cryo-
Mazur.
Why? Cryo is with some good map presence, checking for expansions and.
Yeah, and we will have split up scenario.
Both players trying to take map control and just I don't know who is ahead in Grace right now because we can check that information. But I see that both players are 0-0, so.
The fastest starport timing for Cryoc might indicate that he will have a faster upgrade, but I don't know for sure. Because you want to go for +2 weapon upgrades for tanks, because then you will be able to kill tanks with two shots only, right?
Oh, he's about to deny he killed the CB from the CC.
Yeah,
So,
that's a move,
yeah.
good move.
And yes, you're right. Since facility is about to finish, so he will be going for that +2. But at the same time, Marvin unit count is much higher. As you see, he has more factories. Cryo is still in 4 factories.
Oh yeah. Cryoc is trying to rebuild his economy right now. He's building SCVs all the time, and that's good for him. But Marvel already mining from third base. It's relatively the same timing from third expansion. It shouldn't like matter too much.
Yeah. Well, it really pays off when the game is like 45 minutes. That yeah. The other player has more expansion, so the one going for BCs, the other going for Grace. It's something about that.
And let's see what this drop will be able to do. Maybe this SCV will scout the drop. Yeah, Marvin sees the drop, so good job by him.
But at the same time, he's focused on the battle, so he didn't spot it.
Yeah, too. And he's killing some SCVs. Good job by Mr. Cryoc.
I don't know why he didn't pick out the units, because there are not Goliaths or any anti-air, so he could be more aggressive with it.
Yeah, he could take these units to the main, for example.
Yeah, he could be more annoying. Is what I think. But yeah, very close game. The tier expansion for Cryo is finally working. I will let to see more factories, because in a TPT playing only 4 factories, what's going on here?
So, but Marvin is controlling the fourth base, and they both own three gases and same supply. But somehow Marvin is able to produce from 7 factories against 4 only. So I don't know how it's possible that supplies are still even.
I think because the drop, he killed some SCVs.
Oh, you are right.
Yeah. And probably some skirmishes in the middle of the map that didn't went that well for him. Like I mean, he could lose like maybe 6 full tours, and then the supply drops like crazy. Oh, 3 draw chips.
Oh, it might be very scary. Oh, he will scout it with that command center, but will it be... Oh, but there are mines already. So if he will unload it in bad position...
Oh!
Yeah, this is bad position. Oh!
Yeah.
Huge arena minerino. Oh, this tank find a gap for himself.
Yeah, but that was a terrible drop.
Yeah, it could have been much better. Oh, but the tanks are focusing the vultures, so not bad value out of these tanks.
Yeah, he was able to snipe 2 siege tanks as well, but I mean, it was 3 draw chips, a big commitment.
This
finally
tank
more.
Oh, he's finally dead.
Yeah, finally more factories for Cryo, and I would like to see a 4 expansion for him, honestly. Because it's getting scary, the position of Marvin making this amazing arc, closing him. It will be very difficult to break if this continues like this.
Yeah, it's... Because if there will be like the critical amount of tanks, it will be so ineffective to go and try to bust it that... Yeah, he's making the 4th command center, but Marvin already mining... he's already have the SCVs in the 4th expansion, so... Because now we should look mainly on gas, right? Because this is mirror matchup.
I don't know what's going on exactly, but I see that the limits are so close, but Cryo has a huge... Marvin doesn't have any. I mean, actually he's... Oh, both players are mined out. So yeah.
But Cryoc is slowly like building his position. He's going towards the left side of the map, and maybe the main battle will go like they will try to fight on the left side of the map.
Yeah, maybe Marvin is trying to make a move, because I see him trying to look for the weakest spot. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he can commit to make a move like this right now. But man, he's going with everything.
Oh yeah, he's going with mine attack, and there is actually like not too much units from Cryoc.
It's gonna be hard to break the high ground. Actually, maybe not.
Yeah, but the upgrade advantage for Cryoc is definitely paying off, but because Marwin still needs to shoot three times to a tank of Cryoc.
Yeah, the problem is that most of his units are defending the left, and yeah, there is nothing to defend right now. So maybe he should think about sending some units. Because I mean, it's getting scary. Like, if I was a Terran player, I would not like to be close like this, right?
But Cryoc is still having the supply advantage, so he must have exchanged it very well against in these battles.
Yeah, I think. Well, he's not making the +3, but the great advantage is paying off.
Yeah, definitely. That's very important upgrade. It's like +1 car pace for a Zerglings for a Zerg in ZVP. Oh, but there are six rides patrolling to find some dropships, and there are 5 dropships from Cryoc. And these Doom drops are very scary in TVT.
Okay. Well, Cryo can really defend himself. So Marvin has to be careful.
Yeah, it looks like they are both on the very similar level, because I'm not an expert in TVT, but this game looks like very even match.
Yeah, and wow. Cryo making the turrets, preventing the grace, really good move. Man, the problem is that Marvin map presence is so insane that it makes me think that in the future Marvin has a brighter future, you know? Cryo is like thinking in the more like in the moment, in this moment.
Yeah, I want to survive.
I want to survive.
Yeah. But now it will be very good drop. There are only 4 tanks, and if he will kill them probably for free almost. So very good engagement by Mr. Cryoc.
Okay.
And Marwin was expanding like crazy.
Marvin, I don't know. I see him moving everywhere in the middle of the map, and wow, Cryo going for the sneaky move. This army, where is this Where is going? This army is looking for an expansion, or wait, Cryo, what are you doing?
Yeah, but we have a main engagement, and now Marvin is killing the very important. He's taking very important position right now. Oh, and he will try to deny the third base even.
Oh, the Grace.
Yeah, this is very good position for the tanks. And Cryoc is even taking SCVs. Oh, but no. The natural.
Yeah, he's taking out the 4 expansion, and at the same time he's harassing the tier expansion, or at least breaking Cryo position. Yeah.
And the right.
That was a really good move.
That was really good move by Marvin, but also Cryo killed a lot of STVs with this counter attack, with this sneaky army. GG from Mr. Cryoc. Whoa!
Wow! Just when I was thinking that Cryo was getting the solid position, he like takes some small army, goes around the map and trying to make some sneaky move. Then Marvin break his position, just like.
Yeah, very impressive stuff by Mr. Marvin. Like, I don't know how active he is right now, but he looks very solid.
Man, I would like to know what exactly is going on with my microphone. Because
yeah, it's dropping sometimes, right?
No, I have no idea because usually I stream with this microphone. Guys, this is not a $20 microphone, even $60 microphone, so it's not some cheap microphone. On my stream it works very well, so I have no idea what's going on.
Maybe on Discord you have like something in your settings. I will send you my settings, a screen of my settings. Maybe it will help you. Like, I hope you will be able to see that stream, that screen. So Mr. Marwin is leading 1-0. Let's look at the profiles for a second. Oh, Marvin got StarCraft as a New Year gift in 1998. What a beautiful New Year gift. Oh yeah, that's a good new. And Cryoc favorite matchup is TVT, so he should be happy he's having TVT. And yeah, of course it's best of 3, so he still gets a good chance to come back to this. Cutlet with potatoes and vegetables against spicy Asian food. Yeah, both of these guys looks very nice.
Is it any better now?
I can hear you perfectly. So yeah, it's not dropping right now. It didn't drop even once, so it's good. I like it. Oh. You can join the game, Mr. Aaron. Let's see how it will be.
Okay, let's see now. I don't know.
So boys and girls, we are here on BSL and I want to shout out to our sponsor, who is Blizzard Entertainment. They gave us prize pool for BSL5 and BSL6. Don't forget to thank them when you will have opportunity. Okay, are you ready, Mr. Leon?
1 second. Just 1 second.
Okay. No problem.
You didn't show me the echo cancellation settings or anything like that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Did you find your glasses, Mr. Clooney asked. I didn't, and it's pretty expensive stuff to lose glasses. You must be a very stupid person to lose glasses, and I guess it describes to you who I am. But yeah, I will find them eventually, because like no one would steal my glasses because they have like probably different like
except if they are similar.
Oh yeah, if they are similar, but in my work, like the girls are using, they have much bigger like this defect, or how can I describe it? So my glasses wouldn't help them. But yeah, I didn't find them. Mr. Hatchet, are you saying that Aaron mic is not lagging for me? It's lagging, but it wasn't lagging when Mr. Aaron was asking.
Oh, it's lagging? Like,
yeah, I can.
What's actually lagging?
It's like it's dropping frames. It's like you're saying something and then it's like it's dropping and coming back, and it's like dropping some some
Okay,
words.
I got it. Let's go to Skype. Let's try to do it on Skype.
Okay, let's try to do it on Skype. Pretty long second, Mr. Cryoc. So maybe let's try to do this game on this, and then we will set it up. What do you think?
No. Let's cancel the call and let's do it on Skype. So
okay. Oh, I think I did it too quickly, but Mr. Jose Eon, I'm calling to Mr. Jose. Mr. Aeon?
Hey, finally. Now the problem is fixed, I bet.
Yeah, it is, and
I'm ready to rumble, let's go.
and I hope, guys, you can hear Mr. Aeon perfectly. Yeah, Mr. Vima might be right. Okay, are we ready?
Go.
So, we are going to the game number 2 between Cryoc and Marwin.
I mean, the map is awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Three players map again. Marvin in the top, Cryo in the bottom right. It's kind of the same game, but different players. Definitely the same positions, but different players on different map.
And when I'm thinking about it, it's better to have like TVT on 3 players map because we will never have this weird split map scenario when both of them will have both naturals, right?
Yeah.
I will try to make your volume a little bit higher, maybe. Okay, it should be perfect now.
Okay. I'm very fast scout. It means 8 racks, basically.
Yeah, 8 racks in the middle. It's not all in on in TVT, right? It's just for quicker scouting.
It's not all in, but do you need to do some damage?
Yeah,
so it's like semi. It's like very aggressive play from the beginning.
it's like one gateway in the middle in PvT, right?
Yeah, something like that. Against Terran, do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Protoss versus Terran, right? And I don't know exactly how many Marines Marvin should do just to apply some pressure on Cryoc, but he's probably expecting Cryoc to go for faster expansion, right?
Well, honestly, it depends about how good Cryo defense is. Like, if Marvin is able to keep alive the 2 Marines, he can just keep making them and keeping the aggression. Sometimes even Terran make a bunker in the high ground just to keep to close the Terran inside his main.
And bunker is very good against vultures also, so I like it already.
Oh my god, that's a scout. He's going to scout this, yes? Nice.
Yeah, he did it. Was it on the path of scouting? Like, he had to go directly to the middle, or he just clicked on the 9 o'clock and STV, like, scouted it?
That's a good question. I think it was in the path of a scouting, maybe. You know what? I don't think Cryo is rating or anything. Like, he's just making everything normal.
Yeah, high ground advantage. Some SCVs, 4 SCVs already pulled out, so not bad.
Yeah, but you see the similar factory timings. Well, a bit behind, but the problem here is that the CB number is obviously lower. And the micro is going very well for Marwin right now. Look at this.
Oh yeah. Oh, the SCVs. Oh, one Marine. Oh, this SCV is a hero, but
oh my god, this is 1 HP.
1 HP Marine. But he's killing more SCVs, so that's I would say that's pretty good attack from Mr. Marvin. And if he will keep the high ground, maybe if he will be able to make a vulture. No, he will not be able to make a bunker because the vulture will be here in a second.
Yeah, no, I think this is a solid haul. But still, he was able to do some damage. But I think you are forced to do it a little bit more than that.
And yeah, because Cryoc now have better economy. Marvin is mining with 12 STVs, minerals with 12 STVs. It's against like 13 in the minerals of Cryoc.
Yeah, not only that, the machine shop advantage is really good. I think Cryo is now making a second factory or maybe a starport, we will see. And Marvin, he only has 1 Vulture and he's making a second.
Yeah, you are right, and he's going for fast expansion, so So we will have the similar situation from last game. Marvel will try to go for the faster expansion, where Cryoc will have 2 factories to try to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, it's looking very good. It's looking very good for him right now. And this second factory play, I'm not a fan of it actually, because this is like very old school, right? Actually, I don't remember the last time I saw someone playing 2 factories like that.
I don't watch too much TVT unless I have to, but but overall, yeah, it looks very old, because nowadays you always want to go for as fast expansion as it's possible.
And you know what? I don't even think this is a good map to make this kind of play. Like, if Terran is just fighting from the high ground, it's going to be very difficult for him. And on top of that, Marvin this time is scouting what's going on, and yeah, I don't know. TCC is almost done for Marvin, starting second factory. I didn't see a siege tank upgrade. Did you see it?
No, I know that machine shop both machine shops are working, but I assume they are not having Steam yet. Not Steam, Siege mode yet.
On top of that, there are more units for Marvin.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah, 1 tank versus 1 tank, I would call this battle, but there are also 3 Marines to support it, so it's pretty good engagement for Mr. Marvin.
Oh, don't lose this siege tank. Don't lose it.
Oh yeah, but now Marvin will lose his siege tank. Oh, the Marines value!
Are you kidding me?
Marines and medic times has come back. Cryoc. Cryoc goes to micro.
Okay, but he loses the tanks. And I think this aggression is over. And there is not expansion, so a very different game from the last one.
You are very right. It was in the previous game it worked for Cryoc, but in this game Marvin was prepared perfectly, and it's pretty hard for our German Terran to now do something.
He's actually trying to fight with only 1 siege tank.
Oh, he have a siege mode, so he might surprise Marvin.
Yes, but I mean, he can send some STVs and kill it.
Oh yeah, you are right. 3 STVs will be enough.
1 more coming and 1 full tour, but there are mines. I'm going to explode, or I don't want to see this.
Oh, explosion! GG already from Mr. Cryoc. Very quick TVT.
Yeah, very solid play by Marvin this time. Yeah, probably the first game as well, but he was a caught surprise with the Goliath timing, I guess.
Yeah, I think, like, do you mean in the first game, right?
Yeah, in the first game, like, he made the 4 bull tours, then some siege tanks.